In our somatic school called Body Temple, we approach the body the way we would a temple. We see nature as our temple. So when we approach something with deep reverence and intention, infused with our deepest heart's desires, which does require us to have the capacity to dream, to reclaim the ability to imagine, we start to weave very naturally the way the wind weaves itself through the leaves of the trees into a life that can recognize spirit in the material. And what I mean by that is that there is an invisible force, a life force, an energy that is love in our tradition that infuses everything in reality. And when we practice focusing on that power of love, it's a transformational force. So even when we contact peace within, we're not just contacting something that makes everything feel good. We're contacting that power of existence itself. So for any of you that have birthed a child into this world or have witnessed somebody you love die, you know that there's an uncontrollable force to nature that we all carry that isn't just there in those moments of birth and death, although those moments tend to be the most heightened. When we have access to that, we start to recognize that power is who we are and it is within us. And that very recognition starts to dismantle all those systems of oppression that we inherited from our most recent ancestors, as well as go back through the long lineage of ancestors that we carry in our blood, in our bones, in our fascia, in our muscles, through movement, through writing and then reading and speaking our truth. We start to encounter and come in close contact with that force of existence that is love. And not the kind of love that you can buy or sell or trade or negotiate with your lovers, but the kind that will inevitably transform us and will take us to places we could have never dreamed possible. And I know that's been my experience, coming from a place where I was deeply shut down, deeply terrified of being seen, and living in a very contracted experience of my creative energy that is also my sexual energy, that is also my power to be seen and also get really quiet and invisible in moments when I need to. And that is what leading is all about, that ability to shapeshift. And it is in our ability to shapeshift that we find greater regeneration and greater harmony and connection in our relationships. And that's so much of what this Unleashed 9-month training is about, is dismantling and unlearning those ways of inhabiting our bodies that are not serving us or our relationships, and being that example, that frequency in our lives for the patterns, the people, the places, the things that we're drawing energy from, but also giving our energy out towards to change and to shift. And that is my greatest joy and my greatest pleasure. And it's also just really fucking fun to get together in a group of wild humans and do what all of our ancestors were doing at some point, worshiping the earth, contacting the earth of our bodies, the earth outside of us, and doing rituals to come into a deeper understanding and a deeper listening. So if you have questions, feel free to send us an email. We can hop on a call. I'm here for you. I'm really excited about this journey. This is our 5th year running this kind of training. We are certified through the CID. You can check out all of what that looks like on our page, and just reach out if you're feeling the inspiration, if you're wanting to learn how to move with grief and support your clients with grief, support your clients in the realms of sex and love and relationship in deeper ways, and also just take your writing, your artistry, your rituals in the body in this much more visceral, felt sense way with support. And worship the goddesses from both the Tantric traditions all the way to my ancestry that comes from southern Italy, going back through pre-Christian times where we can actually invoke the power of love, like I said, through all these different names and through all these elements that we're given and that God has given us to remember and reclaim the truth of who we are.